Because this is not the year for me to die. This is not the season for me to go under. I am the head and not the tail. I am above and not beneath. I am the lender and not the borrower. Look at somebody and tell them it really doesn't matter what others call me. What matters is what I call myself. You ain't got the right kind of name. Find somebody that don't mind talking to you and tell them it really doesn't matter what anybody else thinks about me in this season. What matters is what I think about myself. And I think myself to be successful. I think myself to be powerful. I think myself to be an order. Come on and let me hear you open your mouth. Get going crazy and ridiculous. Thank God. This is the power that I'm through. David has to encourage himself. And that's what God told me to come here and to tell you, Bishop, that all of the people who have stood around and watched you are now watching you in a different light. And in this next season, it will seem as though you're standing alone. But isolation is God's opportunity. God said to tell anybody in this house that's been feeling isolated, you are in the right season. I'm very sorry for people who are still looking for big circles and all these friends, when the reality is you can't trust many people these days with who you really are. And you need to stop throwing that word friend around so loosely. Because a friend is not somebody you gotta put on makeup around. A friend is not somebody you gotta make sure you tidy up around. A friend is somebody that can see you loose, that can see you crazy, and still respect you. Y'all ain't saying nothing to me. Look at your neighbor and tell your neighbor everybody's not your friend. You ain't got the right kind of neighbor. Tell somebody else everybody's not your friend. And when you cannot find a voice of support, you better learn how to become your own cheerleading section. You better learn how to become your own motivation. You better learn how to become your own inspiration. You better open up your mouth up in here. I feel a praise about the sweet New Charleston. Tell somebody next to you. Tell somebody next to you. Say, neighbor, I really don't need nobody to pep talk me now. I got this now. I pretty much know what I need to hear. I pretty much know what I need to go forward. And I'll tell myself, because I can't trust you telling me, because I don't know whether or not you want my spot. I don't know whether or not you want my oil. So instead of risking what I've come too far to have, I'd rather talk to myself. You better grab somebody you ain't grabbed yet and tell them I'm going to seem real crazy to some people. Because this is the year I talk to myself. You ain't got the right kind of neighbor. Get you a good neighbor and tell them this is the year I talk to myself. I got to talk to myself until depression fall off. I got to talk to myself till I get my passion back. I got to talk to myself till I get back on post. I got to talk to myself until I experience a personal revival. I got to talk to myself. You waiting on a prophet to come. You waiting on a revival to happen. Baby, you better get in the shower and have your own revival. Lay For years, we have preached this text.